Good day, good morning. Yeah, this is Bart speaking. Today we're gonna be looking at the US dollar index. That's the DXY. Yeah, most of us or some of us might have not come across what we call the DXY. So I just want us to know to go through a few things. We have to define, we have to look at what the DXY means. Yeah, as you see, a DXY is some sort of a currency, but to me, it's an index. So, by the definition, I can just say it's the US dollar index. Yeah, it's a typical index of the value of United States dollar. Yeah, so it's the index which gauges the value of the United States dollar. So, how would say that? So when this index goes up, the US dollar also gains strength. Yes, compared to other currencies. So this is what we call the DXY. So a few questions that we have. So let's just look at it on a monthly basis. I just want to see how the DXY has been performing. Yeah, for the past 2 years to 3 years. So this is the DXY, the dollar index we see. And I'm gonna actually start on the year of 2020, the year of the coronavirus breakout. So 2020, I'm starting right from January. You could say the dollar index was in a state of consolidation. Yeah, technically we call this a distribution phase. A distribution phase is a phase where the institutions keep on accumulating couple of orders. Yes. So accumulation of orders or contracts really means a collection of contracts. Yeah. From both the buyers and the sellers. Understand? To create enough liquidity to move the market down. You saw what happened to the DXY index 2020. We saw the distribution and we saw the markdown, the breakdown, the breakout. So meaning in actually around 2020, in which month? Around 2020 during April, we saw the DXY. This is the month when DXY started declining. Started declining. Yeah, from 2020 in the month of April. Actually, it was early March. It was early March. It started declining. So this was the drop throughout the whole year of 2020. So again, we came to see another phase whereby also we experience some kind of accumulation. And accumulation is the opposite of distribution, but it's literally the same thing. Yeah, yeah. Institutions here, they keep actually accumulating orders from both sides, from buyers and sellers. Accumulation is the typical range. It's the same as distribution. So what we saw 2021, now the dollar index started now gaining back its strength. 2022, it continued the rally, breaking the previous hold high, which it had made in March 2020. So basically, I just want us to talk about a few things here. Yeah, I want actually to go back to what the DXY means. The DXY measures the performance of the US dollar as a currency. So when the DXY rises, the US dollar also gains in strength. So there are questions which I'm gonna talk about, and typical questions Yeah, because we looked at the definition of the DXY, and I said DXY is the symbol of the US dollar index, which tracks the price of the US dollar against 6 foreign currencies or more. Let's say 8, because we have 8 measures. Yes. So basically, aiming to give an indication of the value of the US dollar in the global markets, the index rises when the US dollar gains strength against other currencies and falls when the dollar weakens. So that's the a definition. And another questions that we might ask. Yeah, what currencies are in the DXY? The currencies. So the US dollar index contains of 6 component currencies. Yes, that's the euro, Japanese yen, British pound, Canadian dollar, Swedish krona, and Swiss franc. So another question, what is the DXY and why is it important? So we're looking at why do we need the DXY, the dollar index. So one of the most important barometers for global currencies is the dollar index. Yeah, something which measures the value of the US dollar versus a basket of global currencies. It measures the value of the US dollar itself versus other currencies of the world. For example, Canadian currency, Japanese currency, you understand? So to know the value of the rest of currencies, they have to compare it to the DXY so that we could know their value. So the basket of currencies essentially consists of nations, yeah, that have significant trading relationship with the US and are also hard floating currencies. So I've explained much, and I just want to also to come up with a new question people always ask. Yeah. So sometimes they ask, how do you trade the DXY? Because you can simply trade a DXY. You need to just open up an account with any brokerage firm, just like the way you do to other assets like currencies, commodities. It's the same way we trade the DXY. Yes. So it's the same way we trade the DXY. Okay, we're gonna look at how does the DXY affect currency pairs. That's the most interesting part of it. Because for me, when I'm trading, I use the DXY as an indicator for myself. For example, when I trade commodities, when I'm trading other currencies, the rest of the currencies, and when I'm trading stocks. Yeah. Because wherever the DXY rises, I'll know the dollar will keep increasing in strength. And I know the rest of the currencies, the counter currencies, they will be dropping, they will be dipping. So typically I use the DXY as a what? An indicator. So it's a currency index. As you know, we talked about an index is what is an index is that measures the performance of a particular currency. So the dollar index, it measures the performance of the US dollar itself. So it's the currency index. Since euro makes up over half of the US dollar index, one can trade euro USD to take advantage of the index more. Okay. So basically, yeah. So when for example, if you're trading euro USD, let me go to the pair of euro USD so that we see. So we saw the DXY rising, right? Uh, from 2021 and 2022. These are two different year period of time. These are 12 bars, meaning this was last year 2020 2021. This is the current year 2022. So we've been seeing the DXY rising, which means the DXY pairs, USD pairs have been also doing the same thing. So any pair whereby the US dollar is a base, they have been rising, as you could see. You can see the rise of USDJPY. It has been making new higher highs, break of structures. You could see. We are on the monthly, you could see the USDJPY how it has been doing. Yeah. Here, 3 years